Hello, Commanders fans. Today, we have some hot news you can't miss, so get ready because there's a lot of important information coming your way. Before we begin, we'd like to subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, and stay up to date with all the latest news about our Washington Commanders. Don't forget to leave a like, which really strengthens our community and helps bring this content to the team's most passionate fans. Now, without further ado, let's get straight to today's news. Jayden Daniels injury update. ESPN's Adam Schefter raises questions about his situation against the Raiders. Jayden Daniels missed practice for the second consecutive day on Thursday due to a knee injury. This led ESPN's Adam Schefter to question the Commanders' quarterback status for Sunday against the Raiders. The tone the Commanders are taking suggests that Jayden Daniels at this point may struggle to play on Sunday, Schefter said during NFL Live on Thursday. They said the earliest he would practice would be Friday. I don't think it would be a surprise if Dan Quinn ruled Jayden Daniels out on Friday, and if Daniels can't play, Marcus Mariota would start Sunday against the Raiders. It was previously reported that Daniels would miss practice at least until Friday. According to Schefter, he believes a final injury designation will be made before the weekend. This means Friday's practice could be the deciding factor in his final status for Sunday's game against Las Vegas. Daniels suffered the injury in Thursday's 27-18 loss to the Green Bay Packers. Earlier this week, Washington coach Dan Quinn said he wanted to ensure Daniels could be himself for Sunday's game. It's clear they're taking a cautious approach with their number one quarterback. Commanders coach Dan Quinn spoke with reporters on Wednesday. Quinn confirmed that Friday will be an important day for Daniels. Jayden had a good day of rehab, Quinn said, according to CBS Sports. He was also knocked out on the field. He won't practice today, and when we get to Friday, I'll give an assessment of where we are after Friday's practice. Furthermore, since Daniels isn't practicing, Mariota spoke to the media on Wednesday, a spot usually reserved for the starting quarterback. Mariota played in 3 games for Washington last year, throwing for 364 yards and 4 touchdowns, and rushing for 92 yards and a touchdown. All of these signs point to Daniels sitting out Sunday, though that final designation has yet to be determined. In 2 games so far this year, Daniels has completed 59.7% of his passes for 433 yards and 3 touchdowns, while also rushing for 85 yards on 18 carries. He intends to build on his 2024 season, in which he led the Commanders to the NFC Championship game and was named Defensive Rookie of the Year. Kickoff between the Commanders and Raiders is scheduled for 1 p.m. Eastern Time. The game will be broadcast live on Fox. Jekori Merritt reveals honest thoughts on a big opportunity. Not many 7th-round picks make an NFL team's final roster, and even fewer are drafted to start immediately. Fortunately for the Washington Commanders, running back Jekori Merritt isn't like most 7th-round picks. Despite being listed as RB4, he was entrusted with a prominent role in the season opener. Now that veteran Austin Ekeler will be out for the season due to a ruptured Achilles tendon, Merritt is the starter. However, he knows he hasn't accomplished anything yet and will continue with that same approach going forward. I still need to get on the field, do my job, and earn the confidence to be the starting running back. I treat it like I'm still at rock bottom. Nothing will change. My work ethic will remain the same. I'm hungry. I just need to do my job and do whatever they have for me, Merritt said. Merritt barely played in his final college season due to eligibility issues. He was older than most prospects and didn't produce much as a pass catcher. This led to him being overlooked in the 2025 NFL Draft. But after seeing him win MVP honors at the Shrine Bowl, the Commanders knew they had found the right guy. The upside was too obvious to let him go undrafted. Merritt turned heads from the moment he arrived, to the point where the Commanders didn't hesitate to trade starter Brian Robinson Jr. shortly before the start of the season. Now, the rookie will have to show why they were so interested in him and why the other 31 teams were wrong not to give him a chance. Commanders named potential suitor for former Cowboys first-round pick. Trades between 2 teams in the same division aren't very common in the NFL. But that didn't stop Bleacher Report's Christopher Knox from linking the Washington Commanders to defensive tackle Mazi Smith. Knox included the 24-year-old on his extensive NFL trade list entering Week 3. Although Smith plays for the Dallas Cowboys, Knox named the Commanders as one of two potential suitors for the defensive tackle. Kenny Clark's arrival via the Micah Parsons trade essentially sidelined Smith. The fact that Dallas has a mostly new coaching staff this season does nothing to improve his future with the franchise, Knox wrote. However, Smith is a 6'3", 315-pound defender, and size is uncontrollable. He's also only 24 years old and still has 2 years remaining on his rookie contract. The Cowboys should be willing to listen to any reasonable offer. Knox's conclusions seem to suggest that the Cowboys should listen to reasonable offers even within the NFC East. Dallas selected Smith 26th overall in the 2023 NFL Draft. Smith started 20 games in his first 2 seasons, including all 17 contests in 2024. But to begin this season, Smith was on the Cowboys' inactive list for the first 2 games. Why Mazi Smith could fit the Washington Commanders? Smith may be a bigger project than Knox suggested. According to Pro Football Focus player grades, Smith was a worse run defender than pass rusher during his 17 starts last season. The young defensive tackle also struggled as a run defender in his rookie season. Overall, Smith earned a 34.8 PFF player grade out of 100 in 2024, which was clearly below average. He earned a 47.2 PFF player grade with fewer snaps as a rookie. PFF isn't the be-all, end-all, and NFL teams don't use it to determine trade value. Smith is also under contract through 2026, which would give Washington the opportunity to develop him as a run defender. The Cowboys' defensive tackle has rare traits. Therefore, Knox is likely right in saying that teams like the Commanders might be interested in taking a chance on Smith. Smith's combination of size and quickness is rare. He can punch and control a base block with relative ease, wrote NFL.com's Lance Zierlein ahead of the 2023 NFL Draft. However, he struggles to keep up with the initial movement of motion blockers, which diminishes his effectiveness. Smith's size and testing could add some punch to his draft pick, but he's more of a day 2 talent with growth potential than an immediate starter. Will the Commanders take a chance on Smith from the Cowboys? It's not a stretch to say the Cowboys will trade Smith before the November 4th trade deadline. If Washington is willing to pay a premium for the defensive tackle, a trade for Smith within the NFC East would make the most sense for the Cowboys. However, it's unlikely the Commanders will want to pay a premium.